I am so super excited today to bring to you this particular tutorial because I've been preparing this tutorial for over a week. So with this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this nice granny short, and it's very simple. I'm going to give you a beginner friendly detailed tutorial, and the details with this short is so perfect. I made this short basically with single crochets and double crochets, and the details with the edging are also perfect. So if you don't want to miss out on any of my exclusive crochet tutorial, just subscribe and let's get started. The materials you'll be needing for this granny shorts includes this 1.9mm hook, and most importantly, this time I'm using fishing twine for this particular short, and I'm getting the yellow to slip stitch into the very first chain to create this space. So go ahead and chain 4 again, double crochet 2 times into the space. So the double crochet is one of the most easiest stitches to make. Go ahead, observe, and put 2 double crochets into the space. Chain 2 again, double crochet 2 times into the same space. And working with twine is kind of difficult because one is slippery and it's also nylon, but if you are working with a cotton or acrylic yarn, you should be comfortable. So next you are going to chain up to double crochet 2 times into the space again. Chain up 2 again, and then into the same space put 2 double crochets again. So go ahead, chain 1 and put your last double crochet. So we are going to move to row 2. Row 1 was basically simple, and if you follow the pattern you'll be fine. Next you are going to chain up 3. So go ahead, chain up 3, turn over your work, and into the very first chain 1 space put 2 double crochets inside. So the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, in total 3 double crochets. So after that you are going to chain up to go into the next space, which is the chain 2 space, and put 2 double crochets in the same space. And after double crocheting 2 times you are going to chain up 2, and then inside the same space put another 2 double crochet into it. So yeah, this is what you are supposed to do, and if you follow the pattern you'll be fine. Next you are going to chain up 2 into the next space. You are going to put 2 double crochets. So go ahead, put 2 double crochets into the space, and yeah, you go ahead, chain up 2 into the next space, put in 2 double crochets, chain up 2. So chain up to 2 double crochets into the same space. So yes, if you are already an experienced crocheter, you actually know what is going on right now. So chain up 2, and inside the chain 1 space, the last space, go ahead and double crochet 3 times to end the row. So go ahead, double crochet 3 times to end the row, and yes, your granny shorts is forming bit by bit, even though you might not have any idea what's going on, but you'll be fine. Next row we are going to chain up 3, go into sorry, I'm going to chain up 4, go into the next space, so that space over there, and put 3 double crochets into the same space. So go ahead and repeat this, then chain up 2 again into the next space, go ahead, put 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So guys, I hope you know what is going on right now. Inside some particular stitch, you put 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So that is basically a formation of the shorts. So next, we are going to chain up 2, and inside that space, you are going to put 3 double crochets regularly. So yes, next we are going to chain up to put 3 double crochets regularly. So go ahead, put 3 double crochets regularly, and into the next space we are going to chain up to, this time around, put in 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So guys, basically when you see 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets, you put in 2 double crochets, chain 2, put 2 double crochets. So next you're going to chain up to put your 3 double crochets into that space, and finally you're going to chain up 2 and double crochet into the last space. We are going to repeat this for a couple of times, but the next row I'm going to show you is slightly different, and that will be the repetitive row to the end. So to make the next row, chain up 3, and as usual put 2 double crochets into the space, chain up 2, go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets into the same space. And yes, this part is repetitive. Go ahead, put 2 double crochets, chain 2, put 2 double crochets, because you have made the same thing. So it's kind of a traditional thing. When you see that particular pattern, you create the pattern, the same pattern in the same hole. So chain up to go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets as usual, and get ready for the slightly different addition. So what you are going to do in the next space is to go ahead, chain up to put 2 double crochets into the same space. So go ahead, put 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 2 and double crochet 2 times again into the same space. So this time you didn't put 3 double crochets in the space, you did 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So that will be the only difference for this particular row. So next you're going to chain up to go into the next space and put regular 3 double crochets into the same space as usual. And yes, the next stitch is going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So go ahead, chain 2, apply the 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet fashion into the same space. And yes, this is the only row that has the slight difference, and you are going to repeat this particular row till you get to the end of the shorts. So as time goes by, the shorts increases and it becomes, the pattern increases, and it gives you this kind of hexagon shape. So go ahead and repeat this particular row till you get to the end. So yes, this is the demonstration. If you want to play the video again to know the exact points, the place I marked is the only difference, where you put 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So next I'm going to show you that particular part. When you chain up 4, you put in regular 3 double crochets as usual. So after doing that, you are going to go ahead until you get to the 2 double crochets chain 2. So I'm going to demonstrate that part 2 for you to see. So this is the exact point where you put 2 double crochets chain 2, and you are going to do that's to other 2 parts. So the places I marked, the middle, the side and side, is where you are going to put 2 double crochets chain 2. So yes, this is the shape you are supposed to have, guys. If you follow the pattern, you are going to be fine. So after repeating some few rows, this is the shape you are supposed to have. If you are not getting this, there is a mistake. You have to replay the video and rewatch to get the right path. So if you follow, I know you can make it. This is very beginner friendly, and yes, go ahead and do this. So guys, this is the front area I made before I started the tutorial. So after repeating rows, you are going to change color to the white sector or any other color you are combining. You can go ahead, combine 4 or 5 colors, 3, 2, it depends on what you want. So yes, this is the front panel and this is the back panel. What I've done so far is 9 rows. So I'm going to teach you how I interchange to the white row. So to do that, you make a slip knot and make a single crochet stitch. So after single crocheting, that is when you are going to take this part and basically join by single crocheting once again. So after joining, you are going to chain up 4 and double crochet into the space 3 times. So go ahead, put 3 double crochets into the same space, and we are basically repeating the same thing we are doing, except that you just change to white. So yes, if you follow this pattern, it's very, very, very easy. And yes, I just hope you love this pattern, because you can, if you learn this, then you can use it on any kind of pattern of your choice. So guys, as usual, when we get to the middle, that particular middle, the chain 2 space, you are going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Yes, and you are going to do 2 others. So just make sure you locate those points, the very middle and the side and side. So make sure you locate these points and your shape will be in place, and as time goes by, it will increase. We just let it go, talking about your Lambos, a 56 and and I swear I love her, how she with the bamboo. Hit the strip club, we be letting fans go. Everybody hate her, we just call them fans though. In love with the money, I ain't never letting go. And I get robbed with my baby, I just let the mother get flawed with my baby, yeah. And I get robbed with my baby, I'll be in the kitchen, get the pause, I think it was super low. So guys, I'm finally done with the front and back panel, and what I did was to single crochet the side and side. So yes, single crochet this side and also single crochet this other side, and yes, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to show you how I made the leg holes separately. I'm going to also show you how I made the top part. So for the leg holes, you make sure you cut off your yarn that you use to join both parts. So I'm going to cut off with a pair of scissors by slip stitching and cutting off. So after, I don't know why I'm repeating myself. So after doing this, what I'm going to do is to work on one leg area, and then you will repeat the same thing for the other leg area. So yes, to make that particular leg area, I'll be using the white twine for the down part. So to join, you go ahead and attach the yarn at the side space where you single crocheted. So after doing that, I pull through, I chain up an additional, sorry, I chain up four, and then I go into the next space and I put in 3 double crochets as usual. So this is basically the normal granny stitch I've been showing so far. So go ahead, we are going to repeat this same granny stitch until you get to the very middle of the shorts. So yes, go ahead, put 3 double crochets, chain 3, put 3 double crochet into the next space, and you're going to go ahead and repeat this till you get to the middle, as I told you earlier on. So guys, make sure you get to the middle, which is here. So you are going to stop over there, not the exact middle, but like the stitch before the middle, and you are going to chain up 15 to make the very first leg O. So after chaining up 15, you are going to take the other part of the shorts and you are going to basically join, not to the very middle, but to the last but one middle space. So yes, if you can see this clearly, you are going to go ahead, put 3 double crochets, chain up 3, go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets, chain up 2, and go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets. So you are going to repeat this granny stitch until you get to the very last space. So yes, after doing this, you slip stitch to join, and you are going to repeat this particular leg hole for 4 more rows, making 5, and you are going to repeat the same pattern I showed you by going ahead and repeating the video and repeating the same thing for the other side also. So after doing that, I'm going to show you how I made the middle part when you go to the second row. So on the second row, when you get to the middle this time, you are going to chain up 3 and you are going to locate the third space. So count 3. Even though it's tight up there, make sure you're fixing your double crochet into that space. Go into the next space, put in another double crochet, and then go into the next space again, put in another double crochet. We are still repeating the granny stitch, except that this time it's on a line. So yes, when you get to the second row of the leg hole, this is what you are supposed to do. Next, you are going to chain up 3, go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets consecutively. Chain up 3 and put in the last 3 consecutive double crochets line consecutively. And yes, after doing this, you are going to chain up 2 and go into the next piece over there. So yes, go into the next piece, and yes, you are supposed to make sure that the line is straight. If it's crooked, you end up making something different. So go into the next space, put in 3 double crochets as usual, chain up 2, go into the next space and repeat this same granny short stitch until you get to the end of the row, and then you slip stitch to join. So I'm going to demonstrate to you again, and this row is repetitive. If you get to know how to make the second row, you'll be fine on the shorts. So yes, for the top aspect, I made regular double crochet rows in various colors and it came out nice. And with the edging, I use a scallop edging. If you don't know how to do it, I'll be leaving a link to a tutorial. I use that particular stitch. Go and watch and learn. And also, most importantly, I want you guys to subscribe and hit the post notification bell in order to get all my tutorials. They are very detailed, and please share to others as well. So yes, if you have any issues, you can go and DM me on Instagram at adoma_the_crocheter, and I'll be glad to help you. And yes, this bralette also was so perfect. Like, if you want me to do a tutorial on that one, so I'll be glad to do it. I used a pattern called the mandala pattern, and it was a written pattern on Pinterest, and I was so happy that it came out nice, and the detailed is so on point and matches with the shorts as well. So yes, I'm so happy with this outcome. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, yes, as I said earlier on, go ahead, follow me on Facebook, add me up, and also if